Hello and welcome back.
I just had a death-defying experience with your cat. Gwynny. She was right here. Did you see her? She was looking me in the eye, knowing, like, I will kill you.
Oh, that's right, you're allergic.
I'm allergic to cats, yes.
You're locked up in a room with three cats.
With literal 3 cats.
So anyway,
why are we filming at your house again?
I don't remember. Anyway, we're playing Bastion, though.
We're playing Bastion. Dan Prime has the controller.
Things are already going well.
Things are going well. The kid is super excited about it. But I want to jump back to Rex and talk about the little mementos that you pick up, because I think that this you figure it out.
Yeah. So you talk. I'll remember.
So if you go to Rex,
yes,
and talk to him. Okay, the stranger. These are all essentially things that you pick up. So we talked about opted narrative last time, and I think that this is one of these little cool pieces where, if you think about it, this is sort of the flavor text, like the lore bits that you would see in a Mass Effect or some other action game, where what those games tend to do is they tend to hide their crunchy, like, this is what the world is like explanations behind some other kind of, like,
there's a bit of Bastion's
behind a veil of, you don't have to care about this if you don't want to, or like, if you want super awesome space opera, you can just have that and not sit through a bunch of words. And I think that this is kind of the way that Bastion frames its stuff, by letting you go out and collect things, which is good because you want to explore this world that's super pretty and is put together really interestingly. And 2, you want to find out more about this world because they purposely leave a lot of mystery there, and just like, what's going on, what's, you know, how is this world fit together, who is Rex, who are all these people, and it encourages the players to go out and interact with this narrative on a level they might not otherwise, because the game recognizes its narrative as its biggest strength.
It absolutely is. Oh, I'm remembering a lot.
Yes.
Okay, so do I have an option here, or is it just kind of the one? No, it's just the one right now.
You have to build that one, but I'll give you a choice of buildings.
All right. Distillery of Spirits. Do you remember having a preference?
I don't think it matters. Like,
I'll probably be building all of them anyway.
You'll probably build a distillery, because I think you have a slot, but...
Sweet.
Yeah, you're gonna build the next one in the second spot anyway.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, so how bad do you think you're going to be at this game?
That remains to be seen.
All right, let's go with Hardy Punch just in case.
Cool. Okay.
That's the.
It'll let you carry on through the worst of
time. I love it. Even that.
You're like everything. Oh God, Quinny, no.
Cat, go away.
Quinny, no.
She just senses that.
Yeah.
She could kill you if she wanted.
Yeah, she's like, I have power. She's trying to assert dominance in her own house.
What's out there waiting for him?
All right, to the Skyway.
Skyway. Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands.
Oh, that's cool. Okay,
yeah. Let's do a level and get your
like a real level or a.
No, yeah, let's just throw you in. What's the worst that could happen?
Here we go. To the ward.
To the wards. But yeah, like, the game is training just like every single choice that you make is rewarded with just like a single voice stab. And the game probably has tons and tons of voice acting, but like comparatively to another like fully voiced game, it's probably not that not that much more expensive.
That's probably true. And you're paying one guy.
Yeah. One guy with a very hoarse voice after all this, I'm sure.
Probably.
But which one?
Which one, Dan? Do you remember?
Nope.
He heads for the squirt steps. Won't be no field trip this time.
I don't know if that means this is hard mode or what.
Yeah, it means you're going to die.
Cool. Does it actually? Should I be going the other way?
Yeah, you can go. You can go any of the 4 ways, and there is a core down exactly one of them.
Except for this, it's quick for slicing. And
yeah.
Enough to
nice.
Do you make these noises like for every game you play?
Every game I play and everything I do.
Okay, as long as just animate. So yeah, like
I'm in the wrong area. I really am, aren't I?
You'll be fine.
Okay, cool. Give me that.
They say even the most rambunctious squirts can be tamed.
Ooh.
Squirts don't make the
friendly squirt.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see that?
That was awesome.
The squirt just destroyed that other squirt.
That's something for
oh my God.
I have the best squirt.
Yeah. Apparently.
Okay.
You have guessed incorrectly, it appears.
Clearly. All right. Going back the other way. So I can't remember, is the mechanic, or well, not really the mechanic, but just the way that the world falls into place before you, is that narratively explained later, or is that just kind of a cool thing they decided to do?
I think it's a one. I'm not sure. I think it's a cool thing they decided to do, as like the world has fallen apart, right? Because it definitely gives off that vibe. But I think that there's sort of an exploration element to it, like encouraging you to go around and we'll get to that as sorry.
Remembering the buttons.
Yeah.
Okay.
But sort of like encouraging you to go around and explore, like go down every path, because every path that you, even if you can see the end, it might not be the end of the path.
That's a good point, actually.
So I think it forces the player to look around a little bit more, and the game is honestly not that long.
There it is. But it's locked down.
And it's also if you encourage players to walk around more, they're more likely to find narrative triggers.
Ah, yes.
Blustery old foreman
Ah,
is
jeez.
keeping his fellas in check.
Oh god.
Almost like he's
How's it
short.
going?
It's going fine.
Is it fine?
It's going perfectly.
Doesn't look fine.
Ow. It's going really,
I just want to
really well.
I just really want to draw attention that when you get your ass kicked, it says heal, but it says heal with like an exclamation point, like heal, heal, hurry!
Oh boy. Yeah, I should have I should have either played the first level or let you keep playing.
It's all right.
Sorry, everybody.
This is a lot more interesting to me. Hey, you're fine.
Now there's a new marshal.
Help me, Squirt.
Now they're
Squirt, take over.
now they're all your buddies.
Oh,
They got the hearts on them.
good job, Squirts.
Good job. Yeah, Squirt's MVP.
He hears the whole place groan, but it's too tough to fall.
Oh man.
Might as well check the other side streets before leaving this hole.
Yeah, and like the game sort of allows itself, because of all these narrative bits, and they're so interchangeable, right? Essentially what they did was they just have a bunch of narrative lines recorded, and then they just set up a bunch of triggers in their game. And that just means we can put in, as designers, we can just put in, you can go like find other stuff down there.
Yeah.
He heads for the biggest dump in town.
Like the scumbag alley, which is exactly the place you want to be at any given time.
Up the city's own trash. And
There we go.
the oldest scumbag.
Oh, now you're dead.
of
Well,
all, Gershel.
but
Cool.
you got 2 whole chances.
Two
left.
entire chances.
2 entire chances. God, what was I talking about?
I don't even
I'm
remember.
sure it was super important.
It was.
It was probably the smartest thing I've ever said in my life.
The calamity ain't
Oh, sure. So essentially, the way the game is probably set up is they just have a bunch of positional and event triggers,
cuts up Gershel
and just attaches all of the dialogue lines to
Feel
specific ones. And you know, like the game just took a bunch of extra time making sure that it had enough dialogue that it never really had to repeat itself.
the rest of the
And
band is gone for
just
good.
put in like, when this happens, put this dialogue line, which means they can put in hide a bunch of tutorial hints in there without even seeming like it, because you're already used to narrative being delivered that way. So when it comes to like when you got the core, it said, might as well see what's down the other side streets, which is essentially a prompt telling you go look at everything, because we want to make sure that you get all of the items in here.
They ain't
But because it's framed like a narrative bit, and you're already used to the way that it's delivering these things to you, you can just the game can just let itself be a little bit more obtuse and like direct than it normally would be.
I found the forge. You know, I wish I enjoyed playing Dota 2 so I could get this guy's announcer pack.
I did it even though I don't enjoy it.
You still got it?
Yeah.
I feel the same way about the Rick and Morty announcer pack. I just want it.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
I remember liking the hammer.
Hammer's pretty sweet.
Hammer time.
Also, I took it. All right. Critical hit chance.
Go with damage.
Okay, good.
looking fit
Critical hit
to
chance.
keep
I
on
never.
fighting.
Critical hit chance is just one of those mechanics that I'll never like. I know why it's good, but God, I hate it.
I could maybe just... No, why can't I? Draw speed. First shot. I don't remember using this one very much.
This is the most important decision you'll make all game.
Kind of paralyzed by it.
The 2 choices is giving you analysis paralysis.
That bow's
See, look,
Oh, you can just switch
Yeah, you
upgrades.
can just switch. It's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, I like
Cool.
that. I actually like that.
No, I
mechanic.
appreciate that a lot. Like, it
Yeah.
lends itself to experimenting.
Yeah.
something I've never really liked about more classic Diablo-style games. That I mean, that's one thing I actually really like about Diablo 3, the ability to mix it up regularly and try stuff out. I guess I'm done.
Yeah. You got the narrative prompt that just said like, "Hey, go, get out of here.
We're done.
We're done here."
So I remember, I should probably just wait for another episode to bring this up, but like, I remember thinking when I last played this that like, aesthetically, I love,
just like I knew he would.
I love all the individual parts of Bastion,
The monument's calling for
but I sometimes wonder if they fit together at all. Because we have a lot of different parts. Like, we've got an old, sort of Western drawl, sort of tone narrator. We got a super colorful little fantasy world. Little kind of cutesy, kitty-looking characters that somehow have that crazy voice. Music that's sort of electronic, sort of world music from everywhere, and got some acoustic guitar in there. And it feels like it's aesthetically just got stuff happening all over the place, and all of those pieces are awesome. Like I love this game's soundtrack so much.
Yeah.
And I love that guy's voice, and I love this art. I can't decide if they all fit together or if they to create something new and interesting, or if it just kind of is a big jumble of cool stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think aesthetically, I never minded it that much.
It doesn't really bother me.
Yeah, but I know that mechanically, like the action game was the thing that felt the most out of place to me.
I can see that.
Like, I think it's completely the correct backdrop, but they don't necessarily do a great job of integrating. Like, if we were to do Transistor, I could talk about the differences between the two, and I think that Transistor is mechanically stronger, but narratively weaker than Bastion.
I think I'd agree.
See? Like, oh, that's so good. It's like, stop talking to this thing. I know you're going to hit the button as many times as you want, and we're just going to, like, one throwaway line. That probably took him, like, 30 seconds to record, and it's just so awesome.
Yeah. So good. You know, we'll go ahead and call it. We'll go and
we'll talk about this conundrum next time on
Sweet.
Side plays, whatever the show we're making is
I don't
called.
actually know what it's called.
Nobody knows what it's called.
Bye.
Bye.